Ladies and gentlemen, Six Fig Stock Trader here from YouTube, and in today's video, we're taking a look at Nervous Networks CKB. Before we get into the price action, I just want to kind of go ahead and just kind of check the community here because I've been seeing a lot of just negative sentiment on CKB the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks, the last month. I'm seeing a lot of low effort posts supporting it. So if you're into CKB, let's start acting like we're actually supporting it. I'm doing all that I can here, folks. I might not be the most knowledgeable when it comes to blockchain tech, but I'm out here trying to drive enthusiasm about the price, keep people in check with what's going on, things of that nature. But I'm seeing a lot of these posts out there in the community. They're just kind of low effort. I'm calling it out straight up. Low effort posts. And I'm seeing a lot of this really frivolous criticism on Nervous Network and CKB, which is just kind of got me questioning some of the community. And I've seen some division as well within the CKB community. We've got our NFT people. We've got this community on this platform, this community on this platform. We've got our Twitter community, our YouTube community. So it kind of seems like CKB and the following has really kind of splintered off. Let me know in the comments if you feel this way too, because I've had a few people tell me this now, and it was kind of the same thing that I was feeling all along. So I just want you guys to understand that they are working hard over at Nervos to get these bridges built. Rome wasn't built in a day. CKB is in the business of connecting blockchains. So by default, we can be CKB and Nervos Network maxis all we want. And that's a good thing. I am a CKB maxi. I love it. I am a Nervos Network maxi. I think the idea of really connecting all the biggest chains, all the best chains together, I mean, man, you're opening up Pandora's box of awesomeness and just revolutionary changes that we can't even really realize will come of this. So you guys start acting like, this is a brand new project, 2019 when it was founded. So it is what it is. It's going to take a few years. Look at ADA. Look at Bitcoin and Ethereum, for crying out loud. They got their big breaks in price, a decade later. So, they've got the right people at Nervos. I strongly believe that. I talked to them, privately as well. So, getting back to the price action, I had to get that off of my chest, folks, because, that was just one thing that's going on right now with the community. If you're seeing these people trying to divide our community, unfollow them. That's as simple as that. Unfollow them. On to price action, folks. We are looking still at this glorious flagpole. We can see the symmetrical triangle still exists, folks. So let's get into this in just a second. We have Bitcoin tanking. So with that said, what we really need to do is take a peek at Bitcoin in just a second. So it's going to be very important that you watch the entirety of this video to understand what exactly is going on. So right now, we can see that price action is barreling down towards this penny level. I'll be really concerned if we start to see price action establish itself below this trend line, meaning that we start to see these candles close, open and close and repeat underneath this channel line here. So I do think that there could be a possibility that there might be some sort of symmetrical triangle squeeze that could possibly be happening at this time. We won't know until we see if price action bounces off this trend line down here. So I'm hoping that we get a bounce around this penny level. And historically speaking, CKB has been pretty solid about bouncing around this 0.009 penny level, somewhere in there. So I'm going to have some, concerns if we start to see it really drop, into the 0.0097, somewhere in there, because what I'm liking to see is that these lows are continually getting higher so far. We can see this. So I'm hoping that this is the trend that continues, and I'm hoping that we see a bounce from this area or from this area. So with that said, when we start really thinking about where price action can actually go, bear with me one second. We'll just throw up a Fibonacci retracement. I suspect that this area is somewhere around the 786. Okay, so we'll measure from this swing low to this swing high in a retracement fashion, and you guys can see. So it's no surprise to me that we are really kind of bouncing around this 786 along this lower trend line, because this is the support levels of CKB. So with that said, this is the path that CKB is taking. So if we go ahead and just understand that if we drop below that 0.0097 ish point, we might have some bigger issues at hand. Really, this penny level, if we throw up a horizontal line, is really been the major support and resistance areas. So if we fall back into this area here and we lose this solid base that we've kind of built up, we might be seeing some lower prices. But if you guys, were with CKB, back in November 21, back in March of 2021, at these 3 cent, 4 cent levels, I mean, I would have loved to be buying CKB sub penny again. Just my 2 thoughts on it. Either you're long on the project or you're not. I'm long on the project. I've invested in crypto miners. I'm mining this stuff. So this is definitely my baby and my long-term moon bag for sure. I'm not saying that it should be yours. You need to do your own research. So right now, we're just kind of waiting over the next few days to see if we bounce from this penny level or not. There's really not much else to do as far as TA is concerned on CKB, other than we need to take a quick peek at Bitcoin. We're going to pull this right up on the weekly. Bitcoin's trading at 40,700. So here we have it. I'm just going to pull up the daily chart, because the other day I released a picture on Twitter. I said, watch out for this rising wedge. It's going to come and bite everyone in the ass. And sure enough, it did. So rising wedge is not anyone's friend. I don't care what some of the other larger channels say. It's not good when you start to see these rising wedges form. It's a very bearish pattern. So here's my prediction right now on Bitcoin. And here's some price points to really pay attention to as Bitcoin trends downward. So with that said, we can see right now it's hung up at the 50%-ish level, just above it, 41,200, somewhere in that region. Next stop down, 39,647. The 61.8 is an incredibly powerful Fibonacci extension and retracement level, and we might in fact see somewhat of a bounce at this point. So with that said, if we fail, then it's down to the $37,333-ish level. The double-edged sword here is that if this fails, we're going to see prices really possibly trend down to the 34s to the $30,000 level, back where we were last summer. I'm hoping that this does not happen, but it would be a nice double bottom, confirming that we have support and a nice buildup of liquidity here to support upward price action and momentum, in the future. So it is what it is. We won't cross the line down to the 161.8. until we have to. But I could definitely see price action come down to the $25,873,000 level if we start breaking through some of these other Fibonacci retracements. So that's where Bitcoin is at in the market. And I want to just go on record by saying, the last year, I've been talking about the importance of breaking through this 50 moving average once price action falls underneath it on the weekly chart. Go look at all my videos I've done on Bitcoin. I've always said that this is going to be a huge concern for me. And in history, every single time that this has happened, we have never recovered. We've always kind of gone into some bear market. And people just keep wondering, why haven't we had this blow off top? It's because we went from 4,000 up to $69,000 in the span of what, a year and a half? What a great run, folks. I'm so happy for the crypto market that it got to see this kind of growth happen. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. So a corrective wave down to the $20,000, $25,000 level, I'm not worried about it. If it happens, I'm long in the crypto market. Big shout out to all the Patreons. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. $3 a month will get your name, YouTube channel name, or business name up on this banner. We'll see you guys all on the next video.